Hiya.
Hello.
Welcome to the Geeky Girls Knit Podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Dammy, also known as Dammy's Doodles.
And we're glad to have you today. Today is Wednesday, the 8th of August, 2018, and this is episode 306. We'd like to say a big welcome back. We love you guys. To all our returning viewers, and a big hiya to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. We hope you enjoy the show. Dammy, we had somebody introduce themselves this week in the Ravelry group. Why don't you give them a shout out?
All right. Liz, who is craft worker from Canada.
Welcome. Thanks for introducing yourself. Dammy, if somebody's not a member of our Ravelry group, what should they do and why?
You should join and introduce yourself in our introductions thread because you'll get a shout out on our next episode and to be able to participate in all our owls and giveaways.
And we have some giveaways coming up later this month for our 6th anniversary. So stay tuned for that. All right. Well, I don't think we have a ton to talk about today, but we always end up chatting anyway. So let's go ahead and get started.
And now we're going to talk about what is on our needles.
What's on your needles, Dammy?
So this is the same thing I had on my needles last week. The Orpheus socks, which will be a part of my Hadestown design pattern. And I had almost finished the toe, I think, last week and was about to start on the pattern. But starting on the pattern, I didn't like how one part of it looked, so I hadn't made it that far, so I just ripped back the toe. But now I'm almost finished with the toe again. And I've got the solution. So.
Okay.
So it's on US 1.5, 2.5 millimeter needles, and the yarn is Dye 4 Yarn Merino Silk in the Spouting Lava colorway. It was part of the Golden Scheme.
Spouting that lava.
And that's all my needles.
Cool.
So what's on your needles?
Okay, so first up is my zigzag blanket. This is the 10 stitch zigzag pattern by Frankie Brown. It's on US 4's 3.5 mil needles, and I'm currently using Neighborhood Fiber Co. Rustic Fingering Gradients in the shades of Fuchsia Color E colorway.
Color E. Yeah, we named them.
Yeah, because there were 5
Color
colors.
E.
And I don't think I'm quite to halfway on this zigzag stripe. I think maybe I've got like 8 of the 20. So a couple weeks from now I'll be done with this stripe and starting the next one. This is the 51st stripe out of 80 with a projected end date of February 2020. Unless I try to push it next summer and finish the whole thing for Stash Dash. Which
You might do.
is probable. So, I have not done any work this week on the cathedral wrap for Dammy's birthday. I typically have been working on it at knit night, and I didn't go to knit night last week because we had some insane days, lots and lots going on. So I am going to knit night tonight, so I'll take it with me and get a little bit more done on it. I have some time though, because your birthday's not till October, so I have a little bit of time. And then I am working on 21st anniversary socks for the hubs. This is from My French Vanilla Cappuccino sock pattern on US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles, and the yarn is Steinbach Wool Active Effect in the red, white, blue colorway, and I am currently doing the ribbing on sock number 1. I thought this was like a mistake right here when I started, that it had done this weird thing, but it's not. Apparently there is like a...
It's unique.
There's a thick stripe every like 3rd stripe of the red. So, yeah. So I probably actually will finish the, I'm on row 3 of the ribbing, and I do 12 rows. So I might finish it while we're chatting here, and then I just need to cast on the other one and get it going. And then the last thing I'm working on is the Nothing Is Lost wrap, which is my season 4, book 4 Outlander inspired pattern. It's on US 2.5, 3 mil needles, and the yarn is Pandia's Jewels Bauble in the Nothing Is Lost colorway. I can't show it to you, and I was gonna check, and I forgot to do it, if she had any left, because it went up for pre-order over the weekend, and I posted on social media and in the newsletter. That's a good place to go if you want to make sure that you don't...
Yes, it looks like there are still some.
So let's see what she has left. So there is plenty of yarn left. This is available for pre-order until the 19th of August unless it sells out. So there's plenty of just yarn left if that's what you want. They are
only 2 of them.
There are only 2 full kits left, which has the yarn, a spiral notebook, a tote bag, stitch markers, and the pattern in it. So there's 2 of those left.
You know you want it.
And there's 3 left of the small kit, which is the yarn and the pattern only. So go to pandiasjewels.com if you want to pre-order that, and it'll be shipping late September, early October, so that you have it in time for season 4 of Outlander starting.
You want it.
You know you want it. It's so gorgeous. I should have... Can you reach... Because she's been showing the yarn, so I could show them the yarn. Could you reach... I've got this, like, huge basket sitting on our coffee table.
Covered in cat hair.
Covered in cat hair. Yes. I didn't pull it over here because I was like, oh, I can't show them what I'm working on, but I can show you the yarn because it's gorgeous. That's a little truer, but you can see it's got...
It's easier to show in the skein.
Yeah, it's got reds and browns and oranges all in this beautiful, beautiful green. That's closer to the green, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dark green. So it's an 150 gram skein of her bauble base.
It's heavy lace.
It's a 6-ply heavy lace weight yarn, so it's 150 grams, 822 yards, and it's 100% merino superwash. So if you would like the actual yarn that it's been being designed in, you should go pre-order now. And that's everything that I am working on. So I think we're ready to move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about her finished project.
I have one single project this week that's finished. This is my 31st preemie hat for the year. This is from my free top-down preemie hat pattern that you can get on Ravelry. On US 6's 4mm needles, and the yarn is Mint Rain Tough Sock in the Hufflepuff colorway. I held it doubled. And I love that it didn't exactly line up how I held it, but that's really cool because it does these little pops of the black and the yellow kind of marl together in between the actual self-striping. So I really like how this one turned out. As a fellow Hufflepuff, I love this one. So I did go ahead and change my stash goal to 5,000.
How much more do you have to go?
So I'm currently sitting at, with this, I'm sitting at 4,463.3 meters. So I need 536.7 more. And I will be finishing the Hubs socks before then, and I will have finished the Outlander sample by then, and that should put me up over 5,000.
Cool.
So, but I mean, I could possibly reach 7,000, but it felt better for me to say 5,000. Because I think I kind of actually said that from the beginning, that 5,000 with my 7,000 was my stretch goal. So last year, I had so many projects on Stash hiatus.
Yep.
And then, but this year I've knit tons and tons of baby stuff. In a heavier weight than fingering, and so even though there's a lot of them, it doesn't add up as fast as when I do stuff out of fingering.
Yes.
So, but that's everything I finished this week. So I think we're ready to move on to the next segment. And now it's time for our favorite part of the show. Yummies. What are yummies, Tammy?
Yummies are our current favorite things, things we like, things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies. We're a little bit light on yummies this week, but...
Next week we won't, because I'll have mail.
Here's the mail, it never fails, it makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to wail. Mail. Is that how it goes?
What are you doing?
Blue's Clues.
Oh.
Here's the mail, it never fails, it makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to wail mail. I think that's how it goes.
With your accent, it could also be, I want to Yale mail.
It could be a Yale that mail. Pink needs to learn to notify us when the mail is here.
Meow!
Yep, exactly. So do you want to talk about the first thing? Because I'm going to talk about the second thing.
Sure. I don't want to talk about myself.
No.
So there's... Oh my gosh.
I'm excited.
Gosh. there's gonna be, oh my gosh, there's going to be a new Star Trek series on CBS All Access, starring Sir Patrick Stewart as Jean-Luc Picard, set, I think it's gonna be like around 20 years after.
It's going to be 20 years after, which is going to put us past Deep Space Nine, which they have not done. I was just reading this.
Will we get to see Deep Space Nine people?
I don't know, but I hope we also get to see TNG people and Voyager people.
Deep Space Nine is the best one. You can fight me on this.
I do love Deep Space Nine and Voyager, but I have a special place in my heart for Sir Patrick Stewart.
Meet me in the pit to fight on Deep Space Nine.
So there's not like been a date on this. I put a article in the show notes from the Star Trek website. So this was announced at
Star Trek Las Vegas.
Yeah. So there's a video, but there's not been an announcement. I don't think of the date other than possibly
2020.
2020.
That's what I would guess, because they're probably not even in pre-production yet.
Okay. Or late 2019 maybe. So, okay. The other thing. So as you guys know, Dammy is leaving for college in 42 days.
The meaning of life.
This is one of the dictionaries that we use.
I'm looking for something I thought I had, because I was going to change up one of my things on the pattern too, but I can't find it.
Okay, well, you keep looking. So as you know, Dammy's leaving for college, and we're having a going away party for her in September. So, for local friends.
Don't like parties for me.
Well, we're gonna do it as a going away party / end of summer party. That my friend Mel is gonna host it at her house in September. But one of the things we want to do is give Dammy an album of notes that are blessings or encouragements or whatever for while she's at college.
Is that where I'm going?
It is.
Wow.
I know. So we'll be doing that at the party, but we know there's family and friends and y'all who aren't local that might want to participate. So if you are interested and would like to send something for Dammy's album, they need to be 4x6 size, preferably on cardstock, but if it's on regular paper too, that should be fine, because we'll be putting it into like sleeves in the album. So if you would be interested in sending something for Dammy's album, would you PM me, Java Pearl and Ravelry, and I'll give you our address to mail it. The party is mid-September, because Dammy leaves for school on the 19th. So I would say we need them to arrive by mid-September. Although, if stuff arrives later, we can always give it to you when we see you next, because she's not going to be that far away. Just an hour on the ferry and a little bus ride. Or car drive, but she won't have a car.
I don't know how to drive.
You are learning to drive. So if you'd be interested in sending something for Dammy as she leaves for school, 4 inches by 6 inches, and PM me, and I'll give you our mailing address. I just don't want to put our mailing address out there, but I'm happy to give it to you. So just send me a PM. So Java Pearl on Ravelry, send me a PM, and we will bless Dammy.
Out there.
Okay. We're out there sometimes. So I just wanted to announce that in case anybody is interested. We would love to include a note from you in the album. So, all right, Dammy, do we have anything else except for normal stuff?
No.
All right, let's talk about #GGK Crafty Pad. What is it, Dammy?
It stands for Geeky Girls Knit Crafty Photo a Day Challenge. We have a list of photo prompts for each month. So you take a look at the prompt for that day, take a picture related to it, post it anywhere you like, but we pick our favorites from Instagram.
That's right. August's theme is, some of it is around the fact that our podiversary is in August, at the end of August. we will be recording the day before our podiversary, so it'll go live. The episode will go live on our podiversary.
Oh.
So that's kind of cool. So we'll be doing something fun. We're not sure yet. But there will definitely be giveaways. So make sure and stay tuned for that. Yeah, and then just the promise list. Sorry, I got distracted. The promise list is just other just kind of normal things. And it's not time to start thinking about the September one yet. So, yeah. So, Dammy, what are we about to show them?
2 photos from us that we liked and 5 photos from other people that we liked.
Here come the photos. So those were our favorite photos. Great job, everybody. It's never too late to join in. Just take a look at the prompt list. For example, today, the 8th of August, when we're recording this, the prompt is 8. I know what I'm posting. I need to do that.
8 cats?
We don't have 8 cats. We only have 1 cat.
I wish we had 8 cats.
That would be a little overwhelming. It's probably...
It would always be loved.
It would probably... against the law as well, because there's usually a limit. I mean, I know like for our apartment complex we could have 2 cats and that's the most, but I'm sure there's a city.
The limit does not exist.
So anyway, post your photo on Instagram. Make sure in the caption you use hashtag #GGKCraftyPad because that's how we find your photos. If you have a private account on Instagram and you're participating in GGK Crafty Pad, you need to PM Dammy, who is Dammy's Doodles on Instagram, so that she can make sure and follow you, because otherwise we can't see your photos. So, message Dammy if you're private and you're participating in GGK Crafty Pad. And the only upcoming event at this moment is the English paper piecing class I'm taking in October, the day before your birthday. So,
I have a birthday?
you have a birthday.
Every year?
Every year. 9 days after mine.
Wow.
I know. All right. Well, I think that is everything for Yummies. So let's move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about what we are reading, watching, and listening to.
That's right. What are you reading?
So I am reading Anne of Avonlea by Ellen Montgomery. Don't ask me where I am at because I don't remember.
Diamond Halls and Sunburst is not till the end, right? Diamond
I
Sunburst.
thought that was Anne of the Island.
Oh, it might be.
It's in the next one.
It's in the Anne of Avonlea movie. That's why I get confused sometimes. Yeah. Which has been called. It's also called Anne of Green Gables, the sequel or something. But
the sequel.
When I originally saw it, it was called Anne of Avonlea. So.
I've been doing other things, and it's been hot, so I don't remember.
And you're also reading something else.
Yes, I am reading The Glass Scientist, which is a webcomic by Sabrina Katungo. Last week's update was the end of Chapter 6, and we now have a chapter cover for Chapter 7, and she's on a 2-week hiatus because she's going to a convention.
Okay. So are you getting your 15 minutes a day in, even in the heat?
Yes.
Okay. What am I referencing?
You are referencing the July, August, September read-along.
Wow. By the time we finish this one, you'll be reading textbooks.
Joy!
Have they listed your other textbooks yet?
I don't know. I meant to check yesterday while I was doing other school stuff, but I forgot. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, she's probably gonna rent most of her textbooks, unless they
What am I gonna need to keep them for?
unless it's cheaper to buy like a used copy of one. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Then I can thrift it back to other poor college students.
That's right. So the RAL is a challenge for you to read 15 minutes a day every day. There is a finish line post in the Ravelry group. You post.
Thread.
Oh, finish line thread. Sorry.
Where you post.
Where you post once and then you edit. It is too hot for that.
Sorry.
You edit your post to update, and the minimum that you have to post is that you read the 15 minutes. Some people are posting exact minutes. Some people are posting what they're reading. That's totally fine. Anything you read is acceptable, including audiobooks, comic books, graphic novels, etc. So the challenge is just for you to read. If you finish 88 of the 92 days, you'll be entered into one or more giveaways for any of our ebooks. You'll get a 20% off any single pattern coupon code and a virtual badge. If you read 61 of the 92 days, you'll be in a giveaway for one or more giveaways for any of our patterns, single patterns, and you'll get a virtual badge. There's only 2 categories. There's the 88 plus and the 61 plus. I don't have time to do 62, 63, 64, etc., etc. So there's 2 categories. That's it. If you want to post on social media about what you're reading, the hashtag is GGKRAL18. Yeah. Okay, and then what I'm reading. I finished reading some stuff this week. I finished reading The Soul of Shame, Retelling the Stories We Believe About Ourselves by Kurt Thompson. Very, very good. There is sciencey stuff in it about the brain, and yeah, it was a really
Weird science.
It was a really good read. And then I quickly read, quicker than I expected, Beautiful Bodies by Kimberly Ray Miller, and it's nonfiction memoir type thing about a woman and her struggle with her weight and dieting and coming to love her body, and it was really good. I really, really enjoyed reading that. And now, nonfiction-wise, I'm reading Only in the Daylight and When Other People Are Around because it's scaring the crap out of me. I'll Be Gone in the Dark, One Woman's Obsessive Search for the Golden State Killer by Michelle McNamara. So this was released after she passed away. She passed away in her sleep. And her husband, who's Patton Oswalt, who's Oswalt, who is an actor. You might remember him from
Ratatouille.
Yes, but what was the TV show?
He was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
That's not the one I'm thinking of. Hold on.
Ratatouille.
IMDb.
I remember him from Ratatouille.
He is. I've listened to some interviews with him. He is a very
funny man.
Yes, but also passionate. He does lots of voices. What's the name of that show? Yeah, he was in 8 episodes of S.H.I.E.L.D. But there was something before that I am struggling to find. What was it? Hold that thought while I scroll all the way through IMDb.
Are you having fun?
I am. I'm scrolling. I'm still scrolling. Oh, he was in Dollhouse. We need to rewatch that. Oh, he was in Kim Possible.
Kim Possible.
King of Queens. That's what I was trying to think of. King of Queens. So the book was published after she passed away. A lot of the book was already written in the form to be published. Other chapters were pulled together from her notes, and there's always an editor's comment to say like this was pulled together from her notes, or this is based on something because she had a blog, a true crime blog, where she posted, and it was after the book released when they caught the Golden State Killer.
Yeah, just a couple weeks, I think.
Yeah, Patton was out on a book tour for it, And
it was big news.
It was big news. And like one of the guys that edited the book actually got the phone call in the middle of the night saying, hey, and
we got him.
Yeah, he waited to wake up Patton because it was like middle of the night, so he told him when they woke up the next morning.
Good morning, we got him.
Yep. If you're interested in like hearing about like what, like that process of like they found him, they arrested him, all that stuff. My Favorite Murder has some really good episodes, including one with Paul Holes, who was
lead detective.
I don't know if he was lead detective. He was heavily involved. Like in reading the book, I'm finding references to him already. So,
Holes.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's intriguing. It's terrifying. Yep. So I was reading, Dammy had voice lessons yesterday afternoon, and I was sitting in the car waiting for her, and I'm like reading the book, and I was like, okay, it's daytime, people are around, it's okay. I'm reading the book, and I keep like catching myself like glancing in the side mirror, thinking somebody's coming up on the passenger side of the car. Because I was creeped out.
I could have sent my voice teacher's dog out to protect you.
Yeah, you could have.
She's big.
So,
she's a big puppy.
Anyway, this is not a safe for children read.
For many reasons.
For many murdery and other reasons. But it is very intriguing. I'm almost halfway through the book. I ended up getting the large print version from the library.
I was wondering.
Because, so I had put a hold on the large print, the regular print, and the ebook to see what would come available first. And the large print came available first. There's also photos in the middle. Did you see that?
Oh.
There's some photos and of like people who were victims and newspaper articles and some pictures of Michelle and yeah. So so it's an intriguing read, but not one to read at night in bed when the hubs is working overnight, even though Dammy's in the next room.
I'll protect you.
Yeah, Pink will protect me.
Meow.
Yeah.
Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
That's what she would do.
It is what she would do. So I'm reading that.
I'll teach her how to make a siren noise.
Okay, you do that. We could probably get her on America's Funniest Home Videos if you could teach her how to do that. So, okay, let me talk about what else I'm reading. Now that we've been talking for like 10 minutes about what we're reading. I'm continuing to reread Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone / Philosopher's Stone, which is book number 1 of the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. And I'm rereading that along with the Harry Potter and the Sacred Text podcast and Swish and Flick and All Potter podcast. I'm getting close to the end of the book, the first book. So, and then I've been reading the Kinsey Millhone series by Sue Grafton. I read C, D, and E. I've read some of these before, but I couldn't remember where I stopped, and so I'm rereading them. So C, D, and E, I have F ready to start, but I also got a hold in that I had put a book that I had put a hold on. If You Were Here by Alifair Burke, which you've heard me wax poetic about how much I love her writing in previous episodes. I think I'm about like a quarter of the way through the book. I just started last night. So that is what I'm reading. Watching wise, hello, Hallmark movies and Hallmark movies and mysteries movies. That's what I watched this week. I watched Love on Safari. I watched Aurora Tea Garden Mysteries, The Disappearing Game. Bless you. The Disappearing Game. A Summer to Remember, and Garage Sale Mysteries, The Pandora's Box Murders. So I watched those 4 this week. I was getting caught up. I was behind. You want to talk about the next thing?
We finished watching season 1 and are now watching season 2 of Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, I think season 1 was shorter than the other seasons.
Yeah.
So, yeah, last night was the one we watched was about the Weeping Woman. Mm-hmm. So, I'm watching season 6 of Longmire. I think I'm halfway through it. It's the final season. I think I'm like halfway through it. But I haven't watched as much because I've been rewatching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I finished season 1 and I'm watching season 2.
Spike. Spike is here.
Yes. Spike and Drusilla appeared in one of the episodes I watched. Was that yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm doing this along with the hashtag BuffyCraftAlong on Instagram, which is hosted by my friend and mentor, Tara Swiger. So you should definitely watch along with us because it's fun to craft and watch. Okay, I have to take a deep drink of water.
I love Spike.
A drink of water and a deep breath before I talk to you about the Poldark Series 4 finale. So Elizabeth took medicine to cause her to go into labor early, and her daughter Ursula was born, but Elizabeth died. And Dwight and Carolyn are going to have another baby. And Drake and Morwenna got married. Yay. And Ross and Demelza reconnected, but they ended Series 4 with George looking like he was going to murder someone, probably Ross. That's who he's going to attempt to murder.
Okay.
And it's been renewed for Series 5 already. So. And then you want to talk about the next thing? We watched 2 episodes.
We watched 2 episodes of Season 6 of Elementary.
Mm-hmm.
So Sherlock wants to help Joan with her baby, and he'll either be called Uncle Sherlock or not Uncle Detective, just Detective.
Oh, I thought
Detective.
I thought it was Uncle Detective.
No, Detective. She was like, my child is not calling you Detective.
Uncle Detective could work though.
No.
Yeah. And then what was the other episode?
Well, the other episode, it began with Clyde. Can't believe you didn't write that.
Oh, it did begin with Clyde.
Yeah, Sherlock was holding him down, and Joan was trying to file his nails.
And they
toenails.
had calming, soothing music on for him.
Yeah. Oh, it was supposed to be for Joan.
Oh.
Yeah, and he was trying so hard to escape, but Sherlock was just holding him down with one finger, and he was like, no.
Oh. That's like Pink when we try to clip her nails.
Like, but we can't hold her down with one finger.
No.
But Joan's mom was there, and there was also an attack on the police station.
Yeah, so the thing I was writing about Joan's mom was that she's aware that her Alzheimer's has gotten her to a place where she needs some help. So that was something difficult for both Joan and her to deal with. So yeah, there was the attack on the police station that ended up being
not who you thought it was.
No.
Uh-huh.
I was sure I knew who it was, and I was totally wrong. So, and then I started watching season 3 of Chesapeake Shores because it just started up. I seriously think Trace is going to stop touring. He's going to have to make a decision. Is he going to tour and focus on his music that way, or is he going to run his club and be with the people he loves? He's going to have to make a decision because this back and forth I don't think is going to work.
This is a soap opera.
It is. On the Hallmark Channel.
I can't believe you're watching a soap opera.
On the Hallmark Channel.
A soap opera.
Yep. And then I've been listening to my faves playlist on Spotify. I'm continuing to listen to my favorite murder podcast because it's awesome. Oh, that's the other thing. Did you see the news yesterday? They are writing a book that will be releasing next year.
Oh, cool.
It was not supposed to be announced and it got leaked.
By whom? The Russians?
Yes, that's exactly who. I don't know. They were going to announce it first to the Murderinos, and it got released like a couple days before they had intended to. So it's available for pre-order already, and I think it's like number 2 on the best-selling list right now because so many people have pre-ordered it. We finished listening to season 1 of the Everything Happens with Kate Bowler podcast. The final episode was with Alan Alda from MASH.
And The West Wing.
And The West Wing. But MASH is like the first thing people usually think of.
I never watched MASH all the way through.
I haven't either. I've watched...
You just know MASH.
Well, I've watched lots of episodes, but I've never sat down and watched.
Let's watch MASH.
We should. That would be awesome. But he now works with doctors, teaching them how
empathy and open communication
with their patients. And it was a really, when I saw at first that Alan Alda was going to be her final guest in season 1, I was like, I'm not really sure where she's going with this. But then as we listened, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. It was so good. Highly recommend that. I'm almost caught up with the Criminal podcast. I have like 11 episodes more. And then I've been listening to the Small Town Murder podcast, which is totally not safe for children. None of these murder podcasts are safe for children, but Small Town Murder podcast has lots of language in it. So,
do your children love murder?
I hope not. Wait till they're like older and then introduce them to murder and crime and all the criminal dramas, like I have done with my child as we watch, like Criminal Minds and NCIS. And
I was watching SVU with you when I was like 12.
You were. But, yeah. So, that is what we're reading, watching, and listening to. So I think we're ready to move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about our June, July, August.
Summertime and the living is easy.
Ow.
It started on the 1st of June and it runs through the 31st of August. It's for any project you knit, crochet, weave, or spin that you can convince us is related to summer. What's the fallback?
You made it in the summer.
Even if you live in the southern hemisphere, it still counts. No whips are allowed. You have to start your project the 1st of June or later and finish it by the 31st of August. Every project that you post in the FO thread is one entry into the prize giveaways, unless your project uses less than 20 yards, 18.3 meters of yarn. If that's the case, you need to group multiple. There were secret notes there, wasn't there?
No, it was just making funny noises.
Oh.
You couldn't read it.
You need to group multiple things together to make at least 20 yards, 18.3 meters of yarn. Post those in one post, and that post will be one entry into the giveaways. So, feel free to polydip in other owls as long as it meets the rules. We have lots of lovely prizes on the screen right now. Thank you so much to our prize donors for supporting the podcast this way. If you would like to see larger photos of the prizes, get the coupon code that's available, links to everything else that's going on with the prizes, you can go to
GeekyGirlsKnit.com.
That's right.
Patreon.
No, that we're not to Patreon yet. You must be a member of the Geeky Girls Knit podcast group on Ravelry to participate. Hashtag is GGK Summertime 18. We will lock the FO thread the morning of the 1st of September and draw for prize winners on the next podcast after that. If you are a prize winner, you'll have 30 days to claim your prize or you forfeit it. We had a couple people forfeit prizes.
That's so sad.
So they need to go back in the list of prizes available. So I need to do that. Remind me. There is a chatter thread on Ravelry so that you can talk about what you're working on, post photos of in progress, etc., etc. Ask questions if you have any questions about it. But Dammy also gives a shout out there to everybody who finishes projects.
While dying of heat stroke.
Yes. As well as gives a shout out to everyone here on the podcast. So Dammy, why don't you give them a shout out?
Okay. Annie 1970, Craft Worker, D Door 4, I Now Hour, Falling Star 12, I Knit Socks 2, Jennifer Reels, Joe Didia, Knit Central, Knit Princess 83, Lil Angel SG2, Mama Mia 64, Mystery Sewer, Panushka, Phoenix Fire, Russ Strauss, VT Kimmy Kim, Wombat Knitter, Yarnsmith Dory, and Yell Cat 2.
Great job, everybody. So keep working on those projects. You have a little under 2 months to get them. Wait, no, June, July, August.
2 months?
No, I was thinking the read-along ends at the end of September. But this ends at the end of August.
Can't do 2 more months.
No. So you have like 3 weeks, about 3 weeks to finish your projects and get them posted.
You better finish.
And you might be a winner. So, all right, let's move on to the next segment.
And now it's time for Ask the Geeky Girls, part of our show where you ask us things and we try to answer them.
Yes, so what's this week's question?
This week's question is from Wendelika. Who is Wendelika? From Oregon. Cece.
Yes.
I just saw the photo of you on the guitar that you posted on Instagram a couple weeks ago.
It's been more than a couple weeks ago.
How's the guitar playing going for you?
It's not. Because I was doing really good practicing. But the problem is, so I borrowed a guitar from a friend until I can get one of my own. But the problem is, it's a big deal to get the case out, get it open, shoo Pink out of the case because she wants to sit in it, and
oh, it's so funny.
sit down to play. So what I want to do is get one of those things to hang on the wall where you can just hang up your guitar, and that way I can just take it down and practice. So I have a guitar in mind that I want to purchase.
It's pink.
It is pink.
Isn't it a kid's guitar?
No. So I hope to get back on track with that soon, because I really do want to learn how to play. So I hope that answers the question.
It did.
You're like making creaking noises all over this episode.
I'm sorry. It's hot, and this is the only thing I have to fan myself, unless you want me to go like...
No. Okay, stop. So, Dammy, if somebody has a question for us, what should they do?
Go to our Ask the Geeky Girl thread in our Ravelry group and post it.
That's right. All right, let's move on to the next segment. We made it to the end of this hot show. Not that we're being hot, not the heat. That is what I'm referencing.
Nice save.
I know. Okay, announcements. I'm continuing with my essential oil classes right now. If you are local and would like to attend one, I do them on, let's see, the next one will be the 15th of August, which is a Wednesday, at 5 p.m. at the Barnes & Noble in the Silverdale Mall in Silverdale, Washington. That'll be a Back to School with Essential Oils class. And then the 20th of August, which is the Monday at 1 p.m., I'll be at the Starbucks on Kitsap Way for an Essential Oils 101 class. And then I'll be back on the 29th of August at Barnes & Noble for an Essential Oils 101 class. My online classes, these are all on Thursdays at 3 p.m. Pacific, 4 Mountain, 5 Central, 6 Eastern, 11 UK. The next one is actually today, if you're watching this the day the episode goes live. It is How to Get Free Oils. Next week is Natural Solutions. The 23rd is Bullet Journaling and Natural Solutions. And the 30th is Back to School with Essential Oils. You can register for free for any of those, whether they're in person or online, at oevent.com/oilswithcc. If you can't attend the online one live, you can register for a watch later slot, and you'll get the recording of it to watch. So I've also just started doing, I'm going to be doing a weekly focus on a specific essential oil or blend or product from doTERRA. And so what I'm doing is, so this week is lavender. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So weekdays, I'm doing a short video on Instagram TV, IGTV. And then at the end of the week, I will combine all 5 of the videos together and put them up on YouTube. And this will be at least a year-long process because we have that many oils and products and blends. So I'm starting out with the 10 oils that are in the Home Essentials kit, which is the kit that I started with and what most people start with. So if you're interested in any of that, register for free. Or if some of those things, any of those don't work for you, I'm happy to do a one-on-one, whether in person, we'll grab coffee together, or...
I like coffee.
I like coffee too. Or I'm happy to do a phone conversation or a video chat. I prefer video chat so I can like show you things to talk about essential oils. So, and other than that, just upcoming, just be aware that the live date of the podcasts are going to change. So things will continue as normal until through the second week of September, and then the next week the episode will go live on the Tuesday, which is right before Dammy leaves for college, and then the current plan is to record on Thursdays and the episodes be live on Fridays. We're having
to hopefully work.
Yeah, we're adjusting because of Dammy's school schedule, so class schedule. So we just need to, she's going to be working as well, so we just need to make sure that all of that works. So that's the current plan. So through the next like 5 or so weeks, things will go as normal, and then things will change mid-September. So just giving you a heads up on that. All right, do we have any other announcements, Tammy?
Nope.
All right, so we would like to say a huge thank you to everyone who supports the podcast. We love you guys so much. However you do that, it does cost money to do the podcast. I just was shipping out some stuff earlier this week. So it does cost money to do the podcast. So
shipping prices are ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not too bad if it's within the U.S., but shipping internationally is expensive. Plus, there's technology and such that has to be taken care of in order to do the podcast. So, if you would like to support the podcast financially, there's 3 main ways you can do that. First is Patreon, which is a site where you pledge a certain amount a month to your favorite creatives. You earn prizes based on what level you donate at. Such as there's yarn prizes and pattern prizes and coupon codes and getting the podcast early and things like that. So if you would like to know more about that or would like to sign up, you can go to
patreon.com/geekygirlsknit.
What's another way?
There's a PayPal button in the sidebar of our website if you would like to make a one-time donation.
Sorry, I thought there was more water in there. I needed water, but I apparently drank it all. Stay hydrated. The third way is Amazon. We are amazon.com.co.uk and .ca affiliates. If you're going to shop on Amazon, if you go through our website first, we earn a little money back based on what you purchase. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it's a great way to support the podcast by doing something you'd be doing anyway, especially with back to school shopping starting. So
I need more stuff.
Yes.
I need new cards.
Okay.
Because I still have the UK adapter.
Oh.
On my...
And you should leave
And my phone cord is broken too.
There might be a cord in the drawer. In the junk drawer.
Because one of them shorted out and the other one is fraying.
Okay, yeah, check the junk drawer before we order cords. But I was going to say you should leave the UK cord here and get a new one for in the dorm, and then you don't have to, like, bring that cord back with you if you want to go back.
I've been using the adapter. It's not for long-term use. I've been using it for over a year.
Yeah.
My computer's not dead yet.
Yeah. So Dammy is back to school shopping is what we were referencing here. So, okay. So Dammy, where can they find us online?
You can find us at geekygirlsknit.com. There are links to everywhere else we are online. YouTube, iTunes, Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I did not finish. I've got 5 more rows in the bind off, but I made progress. So, with that, we're going to tell you goodbye. Please, please, please remember to stay cool, stay hydrated, drink your water. Yeah, stay cool as much as possible because this heat can be really rough. So, just a reminder of that.
Autumn is almost here.
I'm so ready for autumn. I could live year long in autumn. It's my favorite season.
I want winter too, though, because
that's true.
Snow.
Yeah. So what if like 3/4 of the year was autumn and the other quarter was winter?
Can we have like a couple weeks of like nice spring?
We could do that.
Like thunderstorms.
I love thunderstorms.
Thunderstorms in spring.
But summer, we can get rid of. Yeah. So.
The couple weeks of nice warm spring, we can go swimming.
There you go. There you go. Okay. With that, we're going to tell you goodbye. Hope you have a great rest of your week. Happy knitting, and we'll talk to you again next time. Bye.
Bye.
Stay tuned for pink pics after the credits.
It's Happy International Cat Day.
Yay.
Okay, bye.